What's going on, guys? It's Wes here from psychrocklive, and I'm so glad to be back with another video. Wow, it's been, oh goodness, it's been quite a long time since I posted a YouTube video. A lot of things has changed. I've moved. Yeah, I think I've actually moved since the last video, so that's at least 6 months ago. Lots changed, really. I can't even begin to go into detail. Finishing up school now, 2 semesters left of college, and then we're out to the real world. I've seen a lot of things happen in the vinyl community. I still do watch videos and comment from time to time. A lot of things have happened. MoFi Gate, people coming back to the community, leaving the community, Noble Records finding insane stuff as usual. But I just thought I would check in and do a little bit of a video of some recent finds and, well, some recent, some not so recent, but everything's kind of recent because I haven't posted in so long. I want to apologize if the lighting's a little bit off in here. It's nighttime. It's about 10 o'clock. And there's not great lighting in here. And I used to have a ring light, but it was kind of crappy, so I got rid of it. So maybe if I decide to get back on the YouTube horse, I will get another ring light. But anyway, it's good to see you. If anybody's still subscribed and anybody still cares about these videos, go ahead and comment and say hello. It's been a while, like I said. I don't really know how much I'm going to be posting, if at all, but I have some free time. And, you know, I kind of miss it. It's fun talking about records and seeing what's going on. And trust me, there's still a lot of record shopping going on. No doubt about that. But we're going to dive into these in a second. I also have changed my equipment so much. A lot of equipment has changed significantly. Really trying, well, trying to get to the point where I would call the end game setup. But I have a lot of life left to live. But I'm at a point where I'm really happy with everything I have now, and I downsized my records a lot. Kind of after moving, I realized how much of a burden it can be to move. I think at the time I had somewhere between 800 and 900 records, and I'm sure for some of you guys out here, 800 to 900 records is not that many, but to me that was a lot. And so I'm trying to cut down. I'd love to get down to like 500, but I'm probably around somewhere in the 700 mark now. So we'll see how far I can get down. But kind of quality over quantity at this point. Got a little pickier. Got a lot more. Got a little pickier with records. Want really good condition. And I also got a lot more into reissues. There's a lot of good reissues out there. Some of these companies, you guys know, they're so popular in the vinyl community. When I started, it was kind of all, original, mono, all this stuff. But now there's these wonderful companies like Analog Productions, Music on Vinyl, Mobile Fidelity, of course, and just stuff like that are pressing these wonderful records. Small batches too, One Steps, UHQR, etc. And, these reissues are just getting to the point where how can the originals compete? Anyway, that's another video and another time, something else we can talk about. I'm going to dive in to some stuff here. This is actually funny because a lot of these are in the same realm of artists, but just stuff I've picked up recently and what's been playing on my turntable a lot, what's been spinning around. So the first one we got here is a reissue of Raw Power by Iggy and the Stooges. Awesome, just awesome. Geez, hardly have it in the frame. This is the Sundazed reissue. I don't know if it says it. Yep, it says it right around the Columbia right there. It says Sundazed. I can't remember off the top of my head if this is the Bowie mix or if this is the Iggy mix. I really can't remember. I've listened to it a couple times. I think it's the Iggy mix. No, I really am not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head which mix this is. But I scored this. I was actually looking for a copy, and I'll give you some backstory on that in a second. But Amazon had the copy, the 2LP copy, that has both mixes. Like I said, the Iggy Pop mix and the David Bowie mix. But then I saw this. It was used. It's in wonderful shape. I have it in a MoFi sleeve here. And it's Sundazed. And I mean, Sundazed is just, I'm really happy with everything I have from Sundazed. Most everything I've heard from them. CA Quintet, I've heard the Blue Cheer, which is in mono, which I don't love that album in mono. I've also heard the Sundays 50 Foot Hose. I was happy with that. John Wesley Harding was a great mono reissue. So when I saw Sundays, it was kind of a no-brainer for me to pick up, even if I do get another copy with the other mix of this album. I'm still really happy to have this. This is cool. Just a classic album in the hard rock punk. You have to have it. Following that up, Stooges' first album. I really do like this album. This is one of the most spun records really on my turntable. This is the Rocktober reissue. I still have it in the shrink. It is opened. One complaint, I think this sounds great. I think the cover looks great. I think the price is right. But one thing about this is, this is so nitpicky, but it says it's on whiskey-colored vinyl, and I don't know. Pumpkin? Sure. Or like, I don't know. But that I've never seen whiskey that opaque before in my life. Maybe that's just me, but Rocktober reissue. They did some good stuff for Rocktober. I think it was this year. They did. I know they did this. I think they did Funhouse. I know there's a decent Funhouse reissue out, which is a little bit of foreshadowing for the next record I'm going to pull out. And I know they did Television. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but those are some of the Rocktober releases I've seen, and they're usually pretty good. Rhino stuff, reissues, I'm always happy with them. I don't know. I doubt this is from original master tapes, but it sounds great, so I can't complain. Next one, Funhouse. Had to get them all. This is arguably, well, I don't know. I don't know if I like this or their first more. This is just the single LP reissue. I paid pretty cheap price for it, relatively. It sounds great. This album just hits from the second you put it on. I mean, as soon as that needle hits the groove, you're in the zone. Funhouse is just really, really awesome. Great follow-up album on Elektra Records. I can't complain about it. I don't know how you could. Really, really, really great stuff. All right, next up, UFO 2. This is kind of an unknown reissue. Let me pull it out. It's a German reissue. It says Jima on it, Jima, on Nova Records. It's pretty cool. So this is UFO 2. I think it might also be called Flying because it says that right there. I keep panning the wrong way. They sound pretty good. I had the opportunity to buy UFO 2 as well as UFO Live, which is the early, generation of UFO. And I really like these albums. These are really cool albums. The production is muddy, and I think that's what makes them so good. I mean, you hear Boogie or like Come On Everybody on the first album, and it really just comes to life. And so does the live one. I don't have the first one yet, but this is the reissue of the second one. And I do have the live one, but I didn't buy it yet. My friend's selling it, and as much as I do enjoy it, like I said, I'm trying to limit the number of records I buy, and I don't necessarily know how many times I'm going to be spinning that record, so I didn't buy it yet. But if it keeps, repeatedly being on my turntable and something that I want to buy, I will. But for now, UFO 2. I have a lot of other UFO, but this one is the early generation, which is just some really cool stuff. Now, this is kind of just random. This was in my pile. Still Shaken by the Flamin' Groovies. This is a comp. It's a little rough. It has a signature, and then it just has an X right on it. They're not Xing anybody out, but it's just a little comp of some of the stuff that the Flamin' Groovies have done. And they're an awesome band. Really, really widespread sound. Just a lot of different genres and stuff that they do. And there's some really good songs on here. Teenage Head is a fantastic song. Walking the Dog, Keep It Knockin', fantastic. Rockin' Pneumonia and the Boogie Woogie Flu. I know that from some of the Grateful Dead 1972 shows. Louie Louie's on here, Shaking All Over. I mean, there's just so much good on here. It's in pretty good shape. I'd say in between a VG and a VG Plus. And relatively, it's just pretty good. Nothing too special, but just a good album to just throw on and crank up and go do something or sit down, whatever. Last one, last but not least here. I had to bring a little bit of heat, just a little bit of heat to this video to show some good stuff. And this is on something we've talked about the entire video, if you're following along. Original or early. I think it might be a first press. I have yet to catalog. My cataloging, little behind. My computer's out here. I have a laptop, but I like doing it sitting down at the desk cataloging, so I'm behind. I scored this for $10. All right, folks, $10. And original inner sleeve. And it has a little bit of wear, but I've played it. It has one scratch on side 2. That looks gnarly, but it plays right over it. Slight warp, but all around, this is a play-in copy. It's not too perfect that I don't want to play it, and it's not too bad where it sounds terrible. But this, my friends, is a really rockin' early record to have. $10. I saw this and I've thought, okay, this is gonna be, a couple of zeros on there. $10. And, no shenanigans. This was not swapped with another record in a $10 sleeve. $10, all good. The owner of the record store, good friend of mine, told me he play tested it. It was great. It was a vinyl flat was used on this. I think it was more warped. Than it is now. It has a kind of a dish warp that wasn't quite fixed, but it plays fine. And even on a thick cartridge like my 2M Red, it tracks fine. It doesn't scrape. It doesn't bump. It's very minimally warped. I do use a record weight, but it still really just great. Can't say enough good about it. Anyway, guys, that's what I got for you. That's some stuff I've been spinning. That's some stuff I've been buying. Trust me, there is a lot more that has not been seen on this channel. But there's also a lot that I have gotten rid of over time. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. When you move and stuff, you got to get rid of records. And I recently, like I said, upgraded some equipment. So if you guys want to possibly see a equipment tour, I could probably do that and find a way to set that up. Maybe have my roommate film it for me. But I have a lot of good stuff in there, too. This is not my main listening room. While there is a turntable in here, this is my living room, as you can probably see. Anyway, guys, I'm going to run. I'm going to edit this and try to get it posted as soon as possible. Comment if you're still subscribed. I still have a few decent subscribers. Definitely lost a few, which is completely understandable. But, guys, check in, say hi. I'm going to try to get this thing going a little more. And I'll talk to you guys next time.